Hey guys, today I'm going to cook a big rack of spare ribs on my Weber kettle. This is a 7-pound rack of spare ribs. 7.03 pounds is a pretty good sized rack of ribs here. So I pulled these out of the freezer last night, and before I went to bed I seasoned them with this rub by the J. Christopher Company. I've been using this one a lot. It has sumac in it. It's a purple Middle Eastern berry. Gives the meat a nice color and flavor as well. And first I rubbed just a little bit of this avocado oil on the outside just so the rub would stick a little bit better. And I also used just a little bit of kosher salt because that rub's pretty light on the salt. Now I didn't trim these or anything. This is just a full rack of spare ribs. I didn't take the membrane off there. I just left it on. There's, you know, these flaps of meat there, but I just left all that on there. Like I said, I didn't trim anything up. This is just for my dinner. It's not competition or anything. So let's go outside and get the grill lit. Still a little dark out, but I think I'm ready to roll here. I'm using a slow and sear, so I have my coals lit on one end. I put water in the reservoir. I have my ribs upside down, so they're facing with the membrane side up for right now. Just going to start them out that way and see how it goes. Let me get the lid on here. I'm going to try to keep the temperature between 225 and 250 degrees Fahrenheit, but we'll see how that goes. It's been about an hour and 45 minutes, and my temperature is running 243 right now. That's the highest it's been. I'm using these binder clips that the Adrenaline Barbecue Company sent me to clamp the lid down. I was having problems with my temperatures creeping up, and I think it's because my lid wasn't sealing tight, so I was getting too much air, but that seems to be helping a lot. So let's take the lid off and see how these look here. They look pretty good. I probably should turn them over now. They've been on there, what did I say, an hour and 45 minutes. So gonna kind of turn these over and see how the other side looks. They're heavy ribs, dang. There we go. All right. That looks pretty good. I guess I'll just get the lid back on there and let them go for a little bit longer. It's been a little over 4 hours now, and the grill is really holding the temperature well. In fact, it's right at, it was 225, now it's 223, but using these binder clips really helps the temperature stay lower. It helps you keep a lower temperature. People kind of laughed in my last video when I used those, but when I first put them on, when I first started the grill up this morning, you could see smoke coming out of the edges, and when I put them on, it stopped. So it does seem to help quite a bit. I think the grill's holding the temperature probably better today than almost any cook I've done on it. So there's how the ribs look. I did turn them over a couple of times, and I've been taking the lid off and just spraying some apple juice on them about every half hour or so, and kind of helps keep them moist, and I think it kind of caramelizes on there and gives them a little more color. So I think these are looking pretty good. I'm going to get the lid back on and just let them keep cooking for a little bit longer. It's been about 6 hours, so let's take a look at these. Wow. Look at the color on those. I thought about saucing them, but those are too pretty to put sauce on. I'm gonna take them off and we'll try them just like that. I hope these are good. I think 6 hours is the longest that I ever cooked ribs. So try cutting them in half here and we'll see. There's what that looks like. Let's cut farther down where it's thicker. See how this looks. It's juicy. I can never cut these right. There we go. Look at that. Pretty juicy. Nice little smoke ring on the edge. Let me cut one off and I'll taste it. I always have a hard time cutting ribs. Anyway, let's take a look at one of these. Look at all the meat on that. Jeez. It's nice and juicy. Man, these are meaty ribs. Anyway, let's try it out. Man, these are meaty. Tastes pretty good too, really good flavor. Nice smoky flavor. Nice flavor from that rub and the apple juice. One thing I do have to say is those binder clips really do help keep the heat down when you're cooking slow, because I didn't show this because it was dark when I started, but when I first put the clips on there, or before I put the clips on there rather, you could see smoke leaking out from underneath the lid. And then once I put the clips on there, the 3 binder clips, it stopped. So it seals the lid tighter so you don't get that air leak. You know, when you get air leaking in, even when you close your vents down, sometimes it's still too much air to keep that fire burning low and slow. Like that was a 6-hour cook. I think that's the longest cook I've done on that grill, and it stayed about between 220 and 230 most of the time. It did creep up to, like, what'd I say, 250 maybe at one point, but then I got it back down and it stayed right in there around 225, 230, 220, right in there for the most of the cook. So I'm pretty happy with that. I know, like I said, some people were laughing, but don't knock it until you tried it. I really do think those binder clips help. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll talk to you next time.